Alright guys, this is a new segment, a new thing we're working here at Mockoff, where I blog about the videos that we do. And this one actually has a story with it. Well, okay. So, you know, Bugsy has four tickets to the turnabout musical. And I kind of like musicals. I like this particular musical because it was a game that me and Bugsy, play off of his computer, and they finally made that into a musical. So we go, and we were and I was wondering, well, who is the fourth ticket for? Are we bringing Gibbs along? I mean, I invited Gibbs and actually gave him an extra ticket, but I actually thought Bugsy was actually thoughtful enough to include our other brother in it, or at least I thought Zan, But Bugsy and Gibbs are not really on speaking terms for various reasons that I really can't explain. But going a little bit ahead of myself here. So we go, and so Bugsy's waiting around for the fourth person, and we're tripped. And I'm wondering, he's stomping his foot, he's pacing around. Everybody's kind of getting ready to go to their seats. And who do we see? Oh. Who did we freaking see? I mean, I was flabbergasted when we actually saw Lena Inverse. Yes, Bugsy, in the Mockoff special that was going on. We found out he was dating Lena Inverse, and he wanted to take her to this show. And I was tripping out because, he said it'd be like a guy's night out. But then, she looked, well, I mean, she's pretty if you really like the fact that, and I'm gonna say this to you guys right now, uncensored, unfiltered. Let's just say there's a size issue in the chest-related area. But, Bugsy pretty much likes her for her personality and everything. And everything else that kind of goes with it. But, she was, I was used to seeing Elena in her, usual get-up. And she actually dressed for this occasion, and I was tripping out. Because I was like, is that really Lena? Dang, she can look good. But, and Bugsy kind of dressed up for this occasion as well. So did I, but I didn't know, how dressy should we go with this. So I was kind of in a little bit of a suit. Harima was kind of dressed in his usual attire that he wears every day. I don't wear it every day. Every few days. Whatever, man. So, anyways, we're sitting in our seats. I mean, this musical was awesome. I was glad to be here with Bugsy, but then, me and onsokumaru. I'm onsokumaru. I'm getting ahead of myself and messing up here, intentionally for some reason. So, me and Harima, we're just sitting. I was really happy to spend this time with my brother, and pretty much throughout the whole musical, if you watch the video, he's making out with Lena, and he got turned off his mic, so the making out noises would not interfere with the video. And we're tripping. I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at him hard, seriously, Bugsy? Seriously, we're in a freaking theater, and it's you guys want to make out. Lena doesn't talk in the video, but she does say a few things to Bugsy, and a few things to us, like, you know, in the beginning of it, and you guys can't really hear it, but she does say, like, and I'm not gonna do her voice, because I do impersonate people, and I'm not gonna do her voice because it's too, you know high-pitched. So, she says, don't really talk about Bugsy about Gowry, because I know how he gets when when I talk about him in front of him. So I'm like, okay, we want to talk to him about it. Harry was like, whatever. And, I'm just, so we, like, during one of the intermissions, where Bugsy kind of cuts off the video in part 1 or part 2 or part 3. Well, part 1 and part 2. He kind of, well, we're getting snacks, and this is kind of weird because I thought, like, in like a traditional musical, you don't really get snacks, like nachos and crap, but we got those anyway. So, Bugsy got the camera turned off, and they're kind of like making out like very monkeys over here. But, nah, they weren't really making out. I'm making that up. But, they're talking about their pet. Bugsy and, Rick and Lena sharing stories about all the stuff they've done, all the stuff that they did, and, it was really cute seeing them together like that. I always ask Bugsy, are you guys really getting, serious, or what's going on with that? And, Bugsy turns to me and says, with his freaking, big eyes, and says, and he's taking off his glasses to look cool in front of his lady, and looks at me, and kind of says it kind of quietly, and says, we're taking it pretty slow. Yeah, he looks at me and says that, and so I'm laughing a little bit, but not so loud it kind of disrupts the music. I'm laughing, and I'm sitting, and I was having a good time, and Harmon was too, and Bugsy was having a good time too, and he did make out with her, like a little bit. But let me tell you, it was a real fun treat hanging out in the Phoenix Right Wing musical. It was a real fun treat. Bugsy was making out with Lena like it was no tomorrow, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it. So, and then when we kind of left with Gibbs and
I heard him freaking Bugsy.
We left the Gibbs to go see The Godfather.
Jeez.
Lena kind of went back to a part of her own world, and Bugsy was like tripping out because how he gets whenever Lena's like gone. He goes in like this sort of depression, like Harry would when with the whole Tim thing, and he's like, oh, what? I had a good day. And the thing about most of this is I can hear his thoughts, so I can hear every little love poem, every little soliloquy that he's putting in his mind. It boggles the mind that he's so, that sometimes he can be so profound, but at the same time he can be so freaking jerky. That's like an oxymoron. I don't think I used that term correctly, but yeah, basically that's what that is. So, so it was a good day. But, you know. And he's on the phone with Lena, like, right now. He probably shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, he is. But, most people don't get this, you know, they, you know, Bugsy has dealt with a lot of pain. A lot of pain, like a lot. I mean, you know, he gets pain, he gets criticized on his videos, with all the ones with us in it, and he gets criticized from other people that don't even look at his videos. I mean, look at his videos, people. Look at his freaking videos before you just say he sucks flat out. Because seriously, you'll be at his channel, and you'll find a little something for for yourself and other things. Especially from us, you know. But anyways, I'm flat out, he deals with a lot of stuff, and you know, it's an annual quality. They're still on YouTube to this very day, even though he deals with all this crap to begin with. You know, and people do like his videos, and when people criticize him, I just get so freaking mad, because you know he's a good brother, and I can never ask for a cooler brother. You know, he's a very creative dude. When we're doing mock off, if like one of us makes a mistake, he kind of covers for it. He doesn't try to start it over, mostly because he hates doing takes, but he like covers for us. You know, me and Harry Monkey like do people's voices, so sometimes we kind of mess around, and you know, Bugsy, being the cool brother that he is you know, he's, you know, covers for us. That's my brother, you know, him in a nutshell. And sorry guys, I'm just rambling on here. This is onsokumaru from onsokumaru blogs. See you guys later. I mean, really, dang, that was long. That was so long. I'm sorry.